No sex until marriage. No sex except to produce a child. Missionary only. Vaginal sex only. No oral. No kinks. No condoms. No pills. These rules and more they proclaim, and they try and force this message, down the throats of as many people as they possibly can. This kind of thinking abstracts sex away from its pleasurable aspects and focuses solely on the need for the faithful to create more of the faithful. And the reason they believe all this is because they believe that a book which tells us, more or less, that the earth was created around 6,000 years ago by a giant sky fairy includes within it the exclusive instructions for being morally good. To be fair, some of the rules in the book are good. Thou shalt not kill is a great example. But most of them are dated. Some of them are actively bad. And a precious few are downright ridiculous. I can understand reasons why eating shrimp and improperly prepared pork might be bad in a society without the benefits of refrigeration. But in today's modern America, it's hardly necessary to damn someone to eternal hellfire for enjoying a shrimp cocktail. Yet, this tome and the examples within it are held as the verbatim and exclusive moral authority for life. This is right where the problem lies. The rules that are dated, bad, downright ridiculous, vastly outnumber the rules that are actively good. And even the actively good ones have their problems sometimes. Remember some of those examples from my list in the beginning? Some of those are fine examples of the ridiculousness of biblical law. Furthermore, following all those rules results in an inflexibility that is unable to adapt to reality. For instance, the Catholic Church. The first major edifice created after the death of Jesus Christ. You would think they might know something about what he said. Fervently believes that modern diseases like AIDS are punishment for defying God's will. But instead of actively doing anything to help stop the problem, like distributing and endorsing the use of condoms, they plug their ears, shut their eyes, and behave like little children. This same organization has pulled the same stunt for at least 30 years in regards to another one of their special problems: pedophilic priests. Instead of holding these people morally and legally accountable for their actions, they squirrel them away and practically give them new outlets to practice their creativity. To be fair, other major religious options are better. Instead of rigidity, they exemplify the do as I say, not as I do standard of morality with the best of them. Ted Haggard got caught abusing men and having sex with male prostitutes, while at the same time preaching about the evils of drugs and condemning homosexuals to a life of eternal hellfire. The abstinence-only sex ed program that our religiously laced government has been pushing for the last 7 years has finally resulted in the first increase in teen pregnancy since 1991. Republican politicians, who are great pretenders to the throne of moral politics, gladly douse themselves in the anointing oil of religion while simultaneously getting caught in airport bathrooms for soliciting sex, buying prostitutes, and generally showing that for them, family values is a phrase they use to hide their hypocrisy. Here's how I see it. Sex should be like going down to Lovers in South Tacoma. Yes, it's a sex store, but it's one of the most tasteful I've seen. The store is well lit, it's got big plate glass windows in the front, it's got a pleasing aesthetic, and it's generally a place you don't feel uncomfortable walking into, let alone walking into with a special someone. They carry a very minimal amount of sexually degraded fare, and even the fetish items are presented in a tasteful manner, with safety emphasized. Also, they have a great big poster of the First Amendment plastered in the window, which is a plus. This is what sex should be like. It should be open and comfortable, something that feels genuinely and unabashedly good to do. Sex like this, and not regretted, restricted, or confined. And sex like this, while it may not be public, is at least something to take personal pride in. It's not shameful. It's an enjoyable expression of a natural human function, and at the same time, an expression of deep love for another human being. To me, what makes the atheist viewpoint so great is its power to understand that reality is not like religion. If you want to be in a committed relationship with one person, which I have been for quite a while now, that's fine. If you want something else, that's fine too. Who you take as a lover, or partner, or lifetime companion is not constrained by their gender or yours. Your sex doesn't have to be in the plain vanilla missionary position unless you want it to be. If you want to use a condom with a pill, feel free. This viewpoint also uniquely recognizes that there are dangers in the real world that we must be aware of. Rape and STDs are real problems, with real consequences, that destroy real lives. But instead of believing that these are punishments for some sort of sexual transgressions, atheists reach out to help those who have suffered, and those who do suffer. But with this kind of sexual freedom, however, comes the responsibility we owe ourselves and those around us to do the best that is humanly possible. What it boils down to is simple. Atheism embraces sex as a part of who we are and what we are, without faking, without apology, but above all, without the massive hypocrisy that major religion shrouds itself in. There is no God watching over your shoulder, waving his angry finger at you as you're about to eat that shrimp cocktail, watch that porn, or put on that condom. Our morals come from the greatness recognized with respect to our abilities and our understandings of our failings as humans. What rewards we give and what punishments we exact are for this life, and not for some intangible and ethereal next life. We base our laws on the here and now, and not the here to come. And above all, atheism does not say, "Thou shalt not," if there's no earthly reason not to.